Hello and welcome back to another episode of The Mission. This one is a bit different. I'm actually going to be doing one of those. It's not really a let's build, but it's a considering that I wanted to actually build this wall of items quite a long time ago, like since episode like 4 or something like that. I'm here to actually make this, but considering that the task that it was, I decided just to make it a bit more faster than it should be. Well, not really faster than it should be. I decided to actually make a sped up version of me playing survival. And what's really good about this is that I can just quickly, just talk over this video. I don't have to worry about anything. So it's just purely based so that that when I'm building these things, I'm not actually cheating. That's what the rules I abide by. So what I'm doing right now is I've just built like a whole bunch of axes, got a whole bunch of wood in like my own time because it was so much easier. You don't want to be just having a recording of me chopping down trees like it was before. Some of those videos were quite boring, I must admit. I mean, I'm not the best of entertainer there is in the world, but at least I know where I can film mistakes and stuff. So what I've done basically is just get a lot of axes, put some enchantments on it, and move the bed outside. So I did have this previous warfare, and I was talking about in my previous video, but in the end I felt like it was just too I was too lazy to go out and like plant more oak trees, considering that you actually get substantially less wood from them. It would be better off me making out of spruce, and I had such an abundance of spruce wood there by the 2x2 trees that I planted, so I decided to make the wharf out of that. I also decided to remove the initial notation of my wharf, and I'll show you when that comes up, because it's not here yet. I'm just collecting wood underwater and slowly dying to death, if you can see that. How do you like the background music? The background music I've just stolen from Free Royalty, and I know a few other people that use it, but I'm not trying to rip off anyone else, so hey, it's free music. So at this point, I decided to actually change the location of where the wharf was going to start. So I ended up taking out a bit of the original wharf that I started to get to the house and replace those stairs that were inverted, upside down, whatever you want to call it, and build the wharf from there, because it seemed like it actually fitted quite well, because the wharf was being not used as much as I'd like it would. So if I was to go through do an episode, I might just go out the back door and never actually use those stairs to take me to the front door of the house. So at this point I decided, yeah, I'm going to build the wharf off the pre-existing wharf, so I actually get to use that wharf. I mean, there's no point actually building something if it's not going to be used. So yeah, that's what I decided to do. This wharf is like 59 blocks out from the origin, which is there where I'm standing. And yeah, 59 blocks is quite a lot, so this is one of the reasons why I wanted to fast forward it all, because this, the first moment when I I don't know, how would you call it? I'll just tell you later on. Yeah, it'll come to me eventually. Yeah. Poor entertainment skills, that's for sure. No. I'm actually great at entertaining. Yes, I am! Yes! Okay. Right, so sorry about all that jumping, because it's just a lot faster. I am in survival mode after all, not trying to cheat and whatnot. So I was like, oh yeah, might as well make the entire thing out of spruce, because I had an abundance of spruce like no tomorrow. So I ended up putting out all these fences, but later on I ended up changing it to make it look more realistic, like the pre-existing wharf I've got now that leads upstairs. Like the wood that goes all the way into the water or to the ground, depending on where the wharf is. So I quickly just assessed how many blocks I went out by counting how many fences that I put down, which was a real smart idea of mine. So at that point I was like, oh, it's 59, so let's just take out every single third after the third fence, potentially. So it was 1, 2, 3, take that out, and then put the wood down, 1, 2, 3, take that out. So if you want to build this one yourself, you can if you really want to. But it's not the greatest design in the world, but it actually looks realistic, considering that many wharfs are actually designed like that. They have logs that go deep into the water, and they go all the way to the surface and probably below the base of the ocean. Say that. The logs just go really deep into the ground. That being said, it was a lengthy task. I mean, when I first did the session, it was 32 minutes long, and I barely completed like half of the wharf. So when I got to like this point, no, it wasn't. Yes, it was. Sorry, correction. Yeah, it took about 32 minutes to get half the wharf done. Half. I mean, it's more like a quarter because I haven't done the other half, which is the actual wall itself. But I'll be getting to that in like one of my later videos, like next week, next Saturday, Sunday, whenever that happens. So at this point I was like, oh shit, why don't I make a respiration helmet? Then I quickly remembered in the previous episode that I had, watching one of my older videos, I went, oh yeah, why can't I just use the respiration helmet that I created in like survival? I was like, oh, that works. This greatly extended my breathing time. I was like, oh thank goodness. The perfect thing after this would be Depth Strider, but unfortunately I don't think I was able to do it considering I didn't have enough iron to make the actual anvil, because I know my friend Jason, who had the horrendous, look, I'm going through this horrendous place, it's ugly as, he has Depth Strider, and I was very tempted to like steal it, put it on a pair of diamond boots and use it, and then just put it back, just, you know, it just seemed very, very fitting, but in the end, I changed my mind considering the fact that I didn't have iron in the first place, so I wasted it all on the actual axes. I knew I should have did that prior, so munching some apples there, very nice. Back in Jason's horrendous room, so I just chucked back the 8 iron I stole and take back. I don't think I stole 8 iron, I think it was like 5 or something, I don't know. This is good, this is good. This is just one way of me to play a lengthy amount of time to do something that keeps my creative skills going and make a longer video than I should. Plus I can speed it up and makes a lot more sense. So if I'm just like blabbering on like no tomorrow, considering that I don't actually have another computer, because I know that there are some builders, like Minecraft builders, that have like third person, and they have like their own cameraman that like follow them around and then show like everything. Oh, I did this, I did that, and stuff. But unfortunately, I don't have 2 accounts of Minecraft, and I only have 1 computer, so you know, it's actually a lot easier with 2. Because you can like install like this mod that actually makes your character move from one place to another, like a cinema scene. So that's actually pretty good. There we go, just attacking some trees because I ran out of wood. I thought I would have enough wood before I started this build, but I realized it's like, oh shit, I don't. But thank goodness I've got like all these axes. So easy. This spiral staircase way of getting down these trees is very easy. And a creeper explosion, the cheap bastard. And a skeleton. I've got some bones out. So I've got a lot of junk in my inventory, and I got a lot of wood. Well, a majority of the wood that I wanted to pick up got blown up, so I was like, oh, gotta ring. Hey, that's just part of it. So there we go. I'm just like searching through my inventory. I don't know why. I just am. And cutting down another tree. These trees take horrendously long. You can spend till like 5 minutes on these with a stone pickaxe and a default iron axe. Why did I say stone pickaxe? It'll take forever using the wrong type of tool. Noob. Right. I might just quiet up. There might be moments when I'm going through this where I might go quiet because everything seems a bit more self-explanatory and I don't think I really need to explain what's on the screen. Here I am going all the way back to back to where I left off. I love this music in the background. I know someone who used this for when they were like on a beach party. That's pretty much what it is. It's from Free Royalty. It's like a beach party or beach celebration or something like that. And it fits quite well because of like all that bass. Sounds cool. I know at one point during this like session, Fraps was really taking its toll, so that's why I was always pointing towards that tree that was decaying, because in Minecraft when like things decay, I'm assuming this, so you know, verification is very required to say this, but I was assuming that when trees decay, they have like a chance to drop something, and like background stuff is running itself through, but I found it really annoying because I was dropping to like 1 frame per second, and that was horrible. So if there is like some video transitions in here, this is when I stop recording, let the chunks load, and let everything else Minecraft do its thing, because Fraps is just horrendous on a laptop. I mean, especially if a laptop that's outputting to an HDMI TV screen with 1080p and running a headset and headphones and all the rest of it. It does quite take its toll. See, look right here, you can see even if I speed it up to like 300%, because that's 300 times faster than it usually is. I was like, oh, this is horrible. So at one point I'm just like, nah, gotta quit out. Even outside of the game, just sitting in the menu, I was still sitting at like 100, not 100, like 1 frame per second. So I'm like tinkering with the settings, and that just didn't help. I don't even know why I've got this in the video, I just do. I should have like just cut it out, but I'm too lazy for that. So GG. Oh, I love this music, it's so awesome. For some reason when I was just clicking lazy chunk loading, it just wasn't working. I was like, what's going on? Click, 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 click. It didn't work. I was kind of gutted at the time. But hey, there you go. I stopped recording at one point, and then I came back to the session about 5 minutes later, just so that the frame rate, my computer could cool down, or whatever I needed to do. But I was still having some troubles, so I ended up turning off like custom things like random mobs, clear water, swamp colors, like, because it seemed to help my PC a lot. But then it crashed after that when I changed the random mobs to nothing. So I was like, oh shit. So started again. Now I'm just here placing down all the torches on these things. I was very surprised when I was doing this that nothing spawned. And bear in mind, I'm not playing like easy or, you know, peaceful, because I was fighting zombies and shit before. Whatever. I think there's still like some mobs like hanging around on the island. I just didn't want to sleep. And again, once again, I ran out of like wood. I was kind of gutted. I was like, how much wood do I need? It was so much. I mean, do I have any more in the chest? I was like, no. I went back to bed because it's not safer to cut down trees, if you know what I mean. Munching away at those apples. So I'm back here chopping down one of the same trees I replanted. It grew in that time, thank goodness. And my frame rate is shocking, so at that point I was like, okay, forget that. I cut it up so that when after I finished chopping down that tree, I just came back here and started recording. You know, repeat of me cutting down a tree again is very boring. Very boring. I know, because I wouldn't want to watch that in my own video. Although I do watch my entire videos from start to finish. And I also was thinking, should I do that in the next episode with the like Warf? But I was like, no. And I was also trying to figure out where was that cinema thing, but that didn't work. That crashed after I closed that Twitch broadcasting thing. And then it crashed again, which was horrendous. This is why there's these transitions, and then my frame rate dropped horrendously. So I'm like, okay, screw that shit. So I went back to normal, so now it's back at normal speed of Minecraft. It's not as fast, it's not sped up or anything. And yeah, so this is the entire wharf from like start to finish, sort of, because I've still got the wall to make. And I'm also thinking about one of those shitty things climbing up there, whatever. I was also thinking about creating like a proper surface for the actual like underneath area for my place, because as of now there's like a whole chunk area like right here that looks like it's just floating in midair. I mean, I know that's what Minecraft is, you can float things in midair, but I like to think that, I'm sure I've said this in my previous video, anything that you have, it should be reinforced. I mean, I've got this corner of the house here that it's like floating, and in real life that thing would fall down. I know there's like a mod, but whatever. I was thinking about putting logs there, but that was just a thing that I was questioning quite a lot. I was like, yeah, nah, I'd rather thaw the entire thing up. Also had another idea to have like a staircase that goes all the way down from here. That means it's another use for the wharf, so I can get down, you know, mine out a few things, come back up. I will need to remove that lava though, because it's in the way. Maybe block off the water source, or have like a waterfall down like the sides of like the elevator, so it makes it look real cool. It could be like a pool at the bottom, or whatever. But yeah, thank you guys. That's just my ideas. So thank you guys so much for watching this different type of the mission video, where I just build up the wharf for the wall to be on. Yeah, so thank you guys so much for watching this episode of the mission, and I salute to you. Bye. Bye bye. I know the video's gonna end, but bye.